Hello, my beautiful friends. This is me sitting on my lounge room floor, and I just wanted to record this for you. The other day on Instagram stories, I asked you guys what you want to hear more of from me, what you want more of, what you want to know more of. And so I thought I would just record a video and share everything with you because there were so many great things in there that I wanted to just share with you all in one video. And I'll put heaps of links below to everything that I share. I love you guys so much. My online family, my online soul family just mean the absolute world to me. I love connecting with you guys. I love messaging you in my DMs. One of the most common things that I get told is how amazing it is that I still respond to all of my DMs, which I do. So I love connecting with you. I love hearing your stories. I love supporting you. I love helping you. And I love this online community. I really wish that I could just have you all over for a dinner and we could just sit in circle and talk. But this is the next best thing. So I wanted to serve you guys today. I have a whole bunch of questions here on my phone, and I'm just going to go through and I'm going to answer them all for you and do my best to provide as much information and knowledge, and I'll provide some links to some epic things that you guys can check out as well. So let's just dive on in. Okay. The first question is, do you have any book recommendations? So I have so many book recommendations. I have on my website, and I'll link below, a list of books that have changed my life. And I also have a podcast episode on it. So I'm going to link below to those two things. I get asked a lot about book recommendations. So I've done a podcast episode on it and I've got a blog post on it. And I just recently launched one with all of my conscious conception, pregnancy and birth and parenting book recommendations. So I'll link to those below so you guys can check that out. How has shifting into motherhood been? What TLC have you been doing? I would love to learn your path. So shifting into motherhood has been amazing. I feel so ready for this next phase, this next chapter in my life. I'm so excited to embark on this journey, to go through this rite of passage from maiden to mother, to embark on matrescence. I am so excited. I couldn't feel more ready. So this journey's been amazing. Pregnancy has been amazing. I have loved the excuse of resting a lot more. I've been a go-getter. I've been a type A for so many years that the excuse to just rest and have naps, it's just been amazing. I love it. And whenever else in your life are you going to get that opportunity to really rest when you're making a human? So I have been soaking it up without any guilt, having daytime naps, really making sure there's lots and lots of white space in my calendar for relaxation and rest and goddess baths. At the moment, as I am recording this, I have my bath running. So I'm going to have a goddess bath after this with some Epsom salts and essential oils and soak in there, which I'm really excited about. Okay, can we see some more bump pics? Yes, you absolutely can. I'll post some more. I have a pregnancy vlog on my YouTube channel. The link is in my Instagram bio if you want to check it out. But I'm doing a week by week pregnancy vlog update. So if you want to follow along with my pregnancy journey, and I'm sharing everything from the supplements I'm taking, the things that I'm doing to prepare myself for the most beautiful conscious birth that I possibly can, it's all in my pregnancy vlog. So head to my YouTube channel or the link in my Instagram bio, and I'll link below here as well. If you want to follow along with my pregnancy journey, there's lots of bump updates there. And I do post a few bump updates in my Instagram stories if you want to check that out. But I will be sure to do some more. Okay. I want to hear more about conscious relationships. So this is from Joyful. If you want to know more about conscious relationships, the best thing to do is read my book, Open Wide, and listen to some episodes that I've done with my husband on my podcast. If you just search Nick Broadhurst on my podcast. Actually, if you ever want to know anything, any topic, if you go to my website and click the search, and if you type in conscious relationships, every single podcast episode and blog post that I've ever written or product that I've ever created on conscious relationships will come up. I also created a conscious relationships masterclass with myself, my husband, and one of my soul sisters, Sahara Rose, if you want to check that out. So diving into conscious relationships is just such a topic I love talking about. And there's so many amazing resources on my website. So go and check that out, my love. And I'll link to everything as well below here. And let me know what you think. Okay, what is your fitness regime before and while pregnant? So before I was pregnant, it looked very different to what it looks like now. Right now, I am pregnant and I am walking and I'm doing prenatal reformer Pilates once a week. And then I'm just doing prenatal yoga for 15 minutes in the mornings. And that's it. And then lots of resting. And I don't do it every day. I listen to my body. I tune in. I really tune in and I listen to my body and I make sure that I'm not pushing myself. I have a history of pushing myself too hard. So I'm really tuning in and listening to my body and asking it what it actually needs. And maybe that's an extra sleep during the day. And then if that's the case, that is what I give it. So I think with fitness and exercise, it's really important to do what feels right for you, to mix it up, make it fun, exercise with girlfriends, go for walks with people. I love walking in nature, whether that's going for a hike or on the beach, and just find things that really light you up and find things that bring you joy. Otherwise, what is the point? There is no point in slogging it out if it's not fun for you. So that's what I'm currently doing, and it'll probably change, and it might change tomorrow. Who knows? But right now, that's what's working for me, and that's what I'm loving. I'm using the Prenatal Down Dog app, which I really love because you can break it up into trimester 1 or trimester 2 or trimester 3, and then you can customize it to what you need. So you can customize it to 15 minutes long, or you could do an hour. You can pick the music. You can pick whether you want to focus on hip openers or whatever it is. And I really like that you can do that. So I will link below to that. It's an incredible app, which I love and I've used for years. Okay. Let's talk about the next question is fertility health. Can you talk about that? So again, I have spoken so much about fertility on my podcast. And if you just go to my website and type in the search fertility, so many expert interviews with incredible doctors from all over the world will come up, and any articles that I've written on it. But, you know, it's such a unique thing, and fertility is a holistic issue. It's not just about ovaries, it's about stress, it's about, you know, loving relationships. And I think if you are struggling with your fertility, you need to look at, or any health issue for that matter, you really need to take a 360 approach and take a holistic approach and look at every piece of your life. Look at your nutrition, look at the way you move your body, look at your sleep, look at your stress levels, look at your relationships, and look at what you do in the world and your overall level of happiness and joy. And look at everything. Look at everything. Go through every area of your life and make sure you are checking in with each area, because they're all going to leave clues and help you become the healthiest and the happiest and the most fertile version of yourself. Okay, next question. I would love to know how you stay toxic free at the dentist. This is a really good question. So, there is a thing called holistic dentists, which is amazing. And I have one and I go to one. So, I go to the dentist regularly to get a clean, and they just clean with the scalpel. And then they have this water pressure and bicarb soda thingy. I don't know what it's called. I'm so sorry. But that's how they clean my teeth. So when you go in, they'll usually offer you some sort of toxic mouthwash, things like that. Not at my dentist, but other dentists. And you just say, no, thank you. But I would look for a holistic dentist and find someone who understands that it's really important to you that you are not putting that stuff in your mouth, because your mouth is where it's the epicenter of your digestion. It's where digestion starts. It's the home of your gut, the front door of your gut, really. So we need to make sure that we are really taking care of our oral hygiene. I did an amazing podcast episode with Nadine Artemis, and she wrote the book Holistic Dentistry. And she has these 8-step holistic dentist or holistic mouth principles. I'm not sure exactly what they're called. I'll link to that episode below so you guys can check it out. But it's an incredible episode. So I basically follow her 8 principles. And I take my oral hygiene very, very seriously now, because I didn't used to, and I got receding gums. And receding gums are not something that once they have receded, you can't build them back up. So I take really good care of my gums now and my teeth, and make sure that I am looking after them as best as I can and using toxic-free products at home. I make my own toothpaste, I make my own mouthwash, and then I get a regular clean at the dentist, my holistic dentist. So that's something that you guys can check out too. Okay. I would love some more recipes from you. Yeah, I mean, there are so many incredible recipes out there. I will try and do some more, but usually when I'm not podcasting and writing books and creating online programs and meditations and things like that, I am in the kitchen, but I eat very intuitively, so I don't really follow recipes, but I will try and do some. My vegan chewy brownie recipe on my website, which is the only recipe on there, does so well and people just love it and has such a great response with everyone. So I will maybe do some more recipes one day. I'll link to the vegan chewy brownie recipe below so you can check it out, because it's such a good recipe. I love your YouTube videos. Can you please do more? And I love your pregnancy series. We have been doing the pregnancy vlog every week. And then I'll start doing, maybe not every week. I'll start doing them maybe every month, because there's, in this phase, there's not a lot happening week to week like there was at the start. I feel amazing. So I will do that. But yeah, check out the pregnancy vlog if you want to follow along my pregnancy journey. It's been so fun recording it. It's just something really fun that Nick and I wanted to do, to share and document along our journey, so that you could possibly get some tips and tricks along the way. Okay. What do you eat in a day? This is such a funny question. I got this question a lot, actually. And the reason why I don't share what I eat in a day is because everyone is so unique. Everyone is so different. And what works for me doesn't work, what might not work for you. And I am, what works for me as a female living in a very tropical, hot climate who is pregnant, I'm going to be eating very differently to someone who might be the same age as me, who might also be pregnant but living in a different climate, like living in the UK where it's currently snowing. It's really individual. And so this is why I don't tell people what to eat. I think everyone can benefit from more plants, from more vegetables, from more fruits and things like that. So I think absolutely everyone can do that. But, I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of fruits. I eat a lot of real whole foods in my day. Right now, we're in the middle of summer, so I'm eating a lot of fruit for breakfast, a big fruit platter. I'm having like a big juice, a cold press organic juice for morning tea. For lunch, I'm having a massive salad with some beans and sweet potato and lots of vegetables. For afternoon tea, I usually have more fruit. For dinner, I'll have, some sort of cooked dish, maybe a curry or more vegetables. I love roasted root vegetables and lots of salads at the moment because it's so warm here. So, and I shop at the organic farmers markets, which is great because then you're getting in-season produce. That's really important. You want to be shopping locally and in-season so that you are eating with the climate. You don't want to be eating foods that, are shipped from the other side of the world. You want to be eating what's growing locally in the soil locally. So definitely head to the farmers markets. I go every Sunday to the organic farmers markets. It's such a highlight for me and my husband. We love it. And we know all of our farmers and we chat to them. We know that, no chemicals are sprayed or injected into the produce, which is really great. So that is very important. I would love to hear you speak more about how you healed your relationship with money. So again, I have written lots of blog posts on this, and I have done quite a few podcast episodes on this, and I speak about this in all of my books because it's so important. So if you go to my website and you type in the search money, every product, every book, every podcast where I speak about this will come up. So definitely check that out if that's something you're interested in. And how I healed my relationship with money, I did a couple of things. The first thing I did was I became aware that my beliefs around money weren't actually mine. They were someone else's that I had borrowed or inherited. And I decided to give that back and not borrow that anymore and create my own money story and my own beliefs around money. Then I wrote down at that time I wrote down what I believed. And then I ripped that up and gave that back to the person energetically who I'd borrowed that from. And then I rewrote my money belief, like what I personally believed and what felt really true and right for me. And I wrote an apology letter to money. I wrote a sorry letter saying, I'm so sorry for being so rude to you and speaking so harshly to you and for speaking down to you for so many years. And that really healed my relationship with money. And then anytime that old belief around money came up, I would simply remind myself that that is not mine anymore. And I would reread, I saved it in the notes section of my phone. I would reread my new beliefs around money. Okay, so that is something you can do. Definitely go to my website and read my books and listen to my podcast episodes where I've talked about it. But they are like the two things that you need to do. Write an apology letter to money and then rewrite your money story and save it in your phone and then read it every day until it becomes embedded in your cells. That's what I did. Yeah? And just become aware of whether you have a lack mindset or an abundance mindset, when you are in lack or when you're in abundance. And when you become aware of that, you can change it and you can stop it and you can switch it. So that's what I did. That's how I healed my relationship with money. And it's powerful and it works. And I teach people how to do it. And you can do it too. Okay, let's keep going. Can you talk about manifestation? Yes, I love talking about manifestation. So I believe truly that we are all the creators of our own life, that we can manifest whatever it is that we truly desire in this life. And manifestation how you manifest. And I talk about this in my manifestation masterclass, actually. So, and I talk about it in my books and on my podcast. Again, this is another topic. If you go to my website and type in the search manifestation, every single program, book, podcast, blog post that I've ever spoken about manifestation will come up. So, what you need to do is get really clear on what it is exactly that you want to manifest in your life. So don't just walk around saying, nothing I'm manifesting is working. You have to get really clear. Step one is you get really, really clear. I've done a whole podcast episode on this, a Monday motivation episode on this, but you have to get really clear on what it is that you actually want. Get super, super clear on it. The next thing is, and write it down. Write exactly down what it is that you want to manifest in your life. And then the next thing is you take daily inspired action to make that happen. You don't just sit back and fold your arms and go, okay, I'm just going to wait for this to happen. No. You show up every day. You take daily inspired action to make that manifest. So say something you want to manifest is 5 more clients, 5 more dream clients for your coaching business. So that's what you want to manifest. For the month of February, you want to call in 5 new dream clients to work with that are inspired, that are alive, that are bursting with excitement to work with you, that are willing to do the work. So what you would do to take daily inspired action would be to post on your social media, to share the type of person that you're looking for, to send out emails, to send out text messages to anyone who's ever expressed interest in your coaching, to ask people if they're looking for a coach. You know, there's so many things that you could be doing to take action toward calling in those people. And you keep doing that every single day, and you keep going day after day after day until it manifests. That's how you manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. That is how I live my life. Another thing I do is I meditate twice a day for 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon. And at the end of my meditation, I drop in my manifestation that I'm currently manifesting, or I visualize it. So, I'll do my 20-minute meditation, and then for like 2 minutes after, I'll visualize that thing that I want to manifest. So right now I'm visualizing my birth. I'm seeing myself in my home, in the water, in the pool that we've got that will be blown up in our lounge room with my 2 midwives, with Nick, and I will be, I visualize myself walking around in active labor. I visualize myself birthing our baby. So that's something that I'm currently visualizing and wanting to manifest. So visualize it. Do it at the end of your meditations, because it's a great time, because you are open, you're expansive, and it's a great time to drop in what it is that you want. Okay. I've also got a manifestation meditation that I've been doing, a guided meditation, 10 minutes, that you can do as well. If you just go to melissaambrosini.com/manifestation, you can get that meditation totally free. I will link to it below for you, but check that out. Check it out. It's really good. Okay. Next one. How do you and Nick cultivate a loving, connected, and aligned relationship day in and day out? I think, I share a lot about this in Open Wide, my book. One of the ways that we stay very loving and connected and aligned is by taking responsibility for ourselves, by making sure that we are doing our own work. Because when you're in a partnership, when you're in a conscious union, there's 3 entities. There's Melissa, there's Nick, and then there's Melissa and Nick. And we're about to drop in another entity into that, our beautiful baby girl, when she arrives. And so, You have to make sure in all relationships that you are taking responsibility for how you are showing up. You have to make sure that you're doing the things that fill you up. So for me, that's meditating, that's being in nature, that's moving my body, that's nourishing my body, that's going to bed early, that's spending time with my girlfriends, that's doing work that I love, that's having goddess baths. So get my self-love menu. It's a free thing on my website under shop. It's totally free. Or you can go to melissaambrosini.com/self-love menu. And in that self-love menu, you write down 10 things. 10 things that you absolutely love. And it's really important that if you want to cultivate a beautiful, loving, and aligned relationship, that you fill yourself up first. And do one of those things off that list every single day. When you are full and whole and complete, you will show up as a much better partner. I know for me and, Nick and I, when I am feeling whole and complete within myself, I show up as the best wife that I can be. When I'm exhausted, when I haven't taken time for myself, when I have jam-packed my schedule, I show up as a crappy version of myself, and he doesn't deserve that. So if you want an aligned, loving, and connected relationship, then start with yourself. Start filling yourself up. I would love more of your pregnancy journey. Again, go to my vlog. I'm sharing everything about that there. Okay, how do you plan out your day and create time for yourself? I did a whole podcast episode on this, how to be the most productive person that you can be, and especially if you work from home. This is really important. So I'm going to link to that for you. This is for Fleur. I'm going to link to that for you, Fleur, because it literally maps out how I structure my whole day for success. So I am not only pregnant, I am a wife, I work from home, and I still have so much time for work and self-care. And that is because I'm incredibly organized with my time. I'm incredibly diligent, and I structure my day for success. I know what really works for me. So I will link to that for you, my darling. Okay, next one. What is your evening sleep routine? Again, I have done many podcast episodes on this, and I've also written a lot of blog posts on it, and I talk about it in my books. So if you go to my website and type in evening routine, it'll come up, the podcast episode, but I'll also link to it as well. But basically what I do is make sure that we eat dinner at 5:30 every day. So I meditate at 5, then we eat dinner at 5:30. And then as soon as it's dark, I put on my blue blocking glasses. I'll link to the ones. I have a range, a Melissa collection of three different lenses with blue blocks, which I'll link to, and you can get 15% off those with the code Melissa at the checkout. And basically, I put on my blue blocking glasses as soon as I have to turn lights on. And after dinner, I'll clean up, and maybe if Leo is here, Leo is my beautiful stepson, we will always play a game as a family. We'll play some sort of game. If Leo is not here, maybe Nick and I will watch something together, or we'll get into bed and read. We get into bed really early, read, connect, talk about our day. That's our time. And we've got, essential oils diffusing. We'll have a shower or a bath, and we just wind down. We have very little lights on. We might have one light on through the whole house. It's very dark. People come to our house in the evening and they go, "Where are all your lights?" So we don't have any lights on. We keep it very dim and dark. That is to tell our bodies that it's time for sleep. So that's what you want to do. You want to keep your body in that mode. You don't want to wake it up and stimulate it by watching TV without blue blocking glasses, or using your computer or your phone without glasses on. You can also put flux on your computer and night mode on your phone, so that you are setting yourself up for success. And then try not to have stimulating TVs, phones, computers, iPads in your bedroom. Reserve your bedroom for sleeping and lovemaking. So when Leo is here, we get into bed at like 7:30 and I'm asleep by about 8 o'clock most nights. And I absolutely love it. It works for me because I love getting up early. So I'll get up around 4:30 or 5 o'clock and I'll meditate whilst the whole house is still asleep and do yoga, and maybe I'll read, and that's my time. That is my time for me, and I just love it. I love rising with the sun. I love going to bed with the sun, and it just fills me up so much. I feel the best, the most energetic when I do that. So that's what I do. And that's and I'll link to those as well in the show notes and below so you can check it out. And then speaking of routines, what is your morning routine? So I have done, again, I write about this in my books. If you go to my website and you type in morning routine, you'll see every product, every book, every podcast, every blog post I've ever written about morning routines. And I've got lots of them and how to map them out yourself and how to create the most successful morning routine for yourself. And since 2010, I've been on this spiritual journey since 2010. And for me, I have done so many different things in my morning routine. But what I'm currently doing is, and this has changed even during pregnancy, because in the first trimester when I was feeling a little bit nauseous, this was very different. I stayed in bed a lot longer. I even ate breakfast in bed, but that's not what I'm doing now. So right now, I'm waking with the sun. I usually wake before Nick at the moment, but that also hasn't always happened. We have gone through stages where we both wake up at the same time and we stay in bed and we talk and connect. But I've been waking up before him, and I come outside into the lounge room, and the first thing I do is I go into the bathroom and I scrape my tongue and brush my teeth. I do an Ayurvedic tongue scraping, which is a detox technique. So I do that and brush my teeth and wash my face and go to the bathroom. And then I come out here and I make a big glass of warm Hydrogen Health filtered water. I've got an amazing Hydrogen Health filter which rehydrogenates the water. And I'll link to that below, and you can get 25% off that as well with the code Melissa at the checkout. And I put lemon juice in that and a pinch of salt, and I sip on that. There's probably about 800 mils in there, so not an entire liter. So I'll sip on that, and then I do my first 20-minute meditation. So I do that. After my meditation, I do some visualization, some affirmations, and I'm currently singing a lullaby to my baby girl, because whatever song you sing now during pregnancy could potentially help soothe them later when they're earthside. So I've been singing a beautiful lullaby to her. And then I'll finish my water and maybe do 15 minutes of prenatal yoga. And then sometimes some journaling or some reading. But usually by that time, Nick has woken up and he'll call me back into the bedroom, and we'll have a cuddle and we lay there and we talk about what we're grateful for. And it's really lovely. It's such a beautiful, special time. And then it's different when Leo's here, who's my stepson, and when he's not here. So usually we'll get up pretty soon after that and get him sorted as well and get him breakfast and everything like that. But that's basically my routine at the moment. It will change. It might change tomorrow. It's always changing and evolving and growing as I am. And especially during pregnancy, it was very different in the first trimester. Very, very, very different. I got up and would maybe brush my teeth and then get back into bed because I felt a bit nauseous. So just be adaptable, but setting yourself up for success is so important. It's really, really, really important. How you start your day is how you will flow throughout your whole day. I had Hal Elrod on the podcast. He wrote The Miracle Morning. Read that book. He has an incredible principle called time savers. So listen to that episode, and I'll link to it here. It's an incredible episode and it teaches you how to set yourself up for an epic morning routine and an epic day. So check that out. Okay, let's keep moving, my darlings. can you please share your meditation practice? So I do Vedic meditation, and that is 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, and you get given a mantra by a teacher. I actually studied this, and I'm a qualified teacher as well. And I love it. I've been doing that now for 8 years, and I absolutely love it. And Nick's been doing it for about 11 years, and we love it. And sometimes we do it together, sometimes we don't. It's such a beautiful practice. It works for me. And you can keep advancing your mantra. So you can get a more advanced one every couple of years. So it's really beautiful. I love doing it. I also do my guided meditations, which I'll link to below. They're just in the shop on my website. And I do those. I'm doing the manifestation one every day at the moment to manifest the dream birth that I desire. And I love that meditation so much. So I've also got some on Insight Timer that you can check out too. I love meditation. It is the one thing that I have consistently done over the past 11 years on my journey, and it just has changed my life. I used to really suffer from anxiety and panic attacks and depression, and it's helped me so much. So definitely get on board if you're not already. It is so good. Okay, let's keep going, my loves. Do you have any business advice? I have lots of business advice for when you want to up level, she has asked. I have a business bundle and a business boot camp. I have programs on how to create the business of your dreams. So if you go to the shop on my website, check out my business products. I teach people how to do this. It's so fun. I love teaching people how to up level in their business and create a business that really truly inspires them and serves them. And, you know, everyone deserves to have and do what they love. Everyone deserves that. So you just need to find that thing that makes you really light up and find a way to make money doing it. And do that every single day, because life is so precious and so sacred, and it's so worth doing what you love every single day, because it's your one precious, beautiful life. It's worth it. And you're worth it. All right. Next question from Steffi. Do you have any advice for young adults or teens? Read Mastering Your Mean Girl. Definitely. Read that. Kimberly asked, can we please get some baby updates? How are you feeling? Kimberly, check out my vlog. That is where I'm giving you all the updates. I feel amazing. I love being pregnant. It's the best. I love it. Could you talk about home natural cleaning? Yes, I can. So I live a very toxic-free life. Every product in my home is completely toxic-free, from my beauty products to my cleaning products to the food to everything in my home completely being chemical and toxic-free. And I make a lot of my own products. I make a lot of my own cleaning products. I make a lot of my own beauty products. And I do that, and I teach people. I have a program that teaches people how to do that as well, because I'm so passionate about it. One of the many things that I'm passionate about, I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur. And if you go to melissaambrosini.com/essential oils, you can check out my program that I created on how to live a toxic-free life. And there's heaps of recipes, do-it-yourself recipes in there. But it's really important that you make sure your home is a wellness sanctuary, because you're breathing in all of the chemicals, all of the fumes that are around your home or in your products, and they need to be clean for you and your family. So check out that program, and I'll link to it so you can check it out. Do I have a birth plan? I have birth intentions. I have specifically chosen to use the word intentions as opposed to plan. And that is because I think when we use the word plan and it doesn't go to plan, then that is a perfect, ripe opportunity for our inner mean girl to beat us up and tell us that we have failed. As opposed to, this is my birth intention, that leaves it open and there's not as ripe an opportunity for your mean girl to beat you up and tell you that you failed in that moment. So I do have birth intentions, and I will share. Maybe I'll post it as a blog post on my website later on. Maybe. We'll see. Or maybe I'll do an episode on it. Okay, so next one is, what do you do for body hair removal? This is a great question. So I shave my legs, and then I do threading, eyebrow threading on my eyebrows, which is basically, I think it comes from India. Just Google it. Threading, eyebrow threading. And it's where they use like a string and they pull the hair out with a string. So no chemicals at all. So they pull the hair out with a string, which is just amazing. And then I shave my legs and I shave under my arms, and I use a plastic-free razor, and you just get new blades, but I use a plastic-free razor, which is really great, and so great that they have those now. It's amazing. And then I do sugaring on my bikini. So sugaring is, again, I think it comes from India. It's sugar and honey, and it's not got any toxic chemicals in it. So again, it's really important that, whenever we're getting beauty treatments, that we're looking for the cleanest and the most toxic-free alternative. There are so many options out there. You just need to open your eyes to them, try them, realize that they do an incredible job, if not better, and give it a go. That's what I do. Okay, let's keep going through these questions because we got heaps more. There was lots of questions about mental health. So let's talk about that. How do we move through mental health struggles? And one of the best things that has really helped me has been meditation, and also getting support. So therapists, psychologists, coaches, counselors, whatever it is, shamans, it doesn't matter. Getting support and helping you move through things is so powerful. Journaling is also an incredibly powerful tool to help you get clear in your own mind. So check that out, try that out, And meditation, daily meditation, daily meditation. I cannot stress that enough. It is so important for your mental health. Like I said, I used to have severe anxiety and depression and panic attacks. I was on medication for all of those things. And when I started meditating, those things went away. So if you've been thinking about starting a meditation practice, now is your chance, my friend. Now is the time. This year, this moment today is your time. All you have to do is, you can get my free manifestation meditation if you just go to my website, melissaambrosini.com/manifestation. It's a 10-minute guided meditation. Get that, start meditating today. And then commit to it for 3 weeks, 21 days, and see how you feel. Watch how you feel. Start journaling. If you can, see a therapist. See a therapist, a psychologist, someone like that can support you, or, confide in a friend or a partner or someone who you trust and love, and get support. That has really helped me on my mental health journey. Okay. Can you talk about relationship struggles with family and managing that? I've spoken a lot about this as well, and I think the biggest thing is we have to remember, I talk about this in a lot of my books and podcasts, 3 little words, and that is expectations ruin relationships. And I think with family, we place a lot of expectations on them, and we really need to let them go and allow people to just show up how they want to show up, and let go of the expectations we place on them, let go of the expectations we place on ourselves, and just do our best, be present, be in the moment, and let go of the rest. Then we can have a true and real experience. But if we are constantly expecting things from other people, we are taking ourselves out of the present moment. We're not actually having a full, real experience because we are so focused on what we want to get out of something or what we want to get from someone else. So focus on being in the moment, letting go of your expectations, and also practicing what I call CCC. I talk about this a lot in Open Wide, crystal clear communication. Whenever there is a relationship breakdown, someone has not practiced crystal clear communication. It's not about judging that person or blaming that person and saying, you didn't practice crystal clear communication. It's about being aware of it and then doing better next time. That's it. That's what's really helped me with my relationships. Okay. I would love some guidance on building a healthy relationship with exercise. I used to over-exercise. I think as well, I was speaking about exercise before, but it's very important that you do something that you love and you ask yourself, why are you moving your body? For me, I move my body because I love my temples so much that I want to nourish it. I want to stretch it. I want to give it the best nourishment it deserves. And if that's going for a walk or doing some yoga or some Pilates, then that's what I do. So come back to, why are you moving your body? And the answer should be because you love your temple so much and you want to nourish it. And do things that bring you joy and have fun moving your body. If you don't like going to the gym, try a dance class. If you don't like doing yoga, try walking outside. Just try a million things and see what works and resonates for you. Okay. How to navigate life as a single parent and staying positive? I think, again, that comes really back down to the positivity. It really comes back to doing your best and knowing that it's okay to ask for support. As a single parent, it's okay to ask for support and put your hand up and say, I need some extra help with this or whatever. There's no shame in that. And just always showing up and doing your best. I love your minimalist approach to everything, your relationships, your home, your everything. Can you talk about that? I'm definitely a minimalist. I love clean lines. I love simplicity. I find for me that cluttered environments means a cluttered mind. So I just love clean lines and simplicity. And, anyone who's seen images of my home online will see that our house is very clutter-free. People come over and they go, where's all your stuff? We don't have stuff. Like, we're constantly recirculating, giving things on to charity, giving things on to friends. We never keep anything unless it's a full body hell yeah. Like, we Marie Kondo everything that comes into our house, every single thing. And anytime something new comes in, it has to be a hell yeah from both Nick and I for it to stay. Otherwise, it gets gifted on or given to charity. That's our little motto. Okay. How do you stay motivated? That's a good question. Okay, so for me, my whole life is built around doing what I love every day. Every day. I don't do anything unless it's a full body hell yeah in my personal life and in my business. That wasn't always the case. I was a gold medalist people pleaser. But for me now, life is so sacred. I believe it's so sacred and it's so precious, and I want to squeeze the most juice out of it. And so I don't do anything that doesn't feel like a full body hell yeah to me. And that's how I stay motivated. I stay connected with what feels true for me, and then I'm always doing things that light me up and feel good to me in my business and in my personal life. So it's easy to stay motivated when you're doing things that light you up all the time. I hope that helps. I want to see more Insta lives of you and Nick. I miss seeing you guys having a chat. I will do more for sure. How do I create a mastermind? So I recently wrote an amazing blog post about how to create a mastermind. I've been in a mastermind for a year now with 3 of my best girlfriends, and I'll link to it here for you guys on how you can create your own mastermind to take your business to the next level. Okay, let's keep going, guys. How do you be in flow? How do you stay in that feminine energy? I talk a lot about this in Open Wide. And we all have masculine, we all have feminine energy. And what works for me is understanding when I'm in my masculine and when I'm in my feminine, and what makes me more in my masculine and what makes me more in my feminine. And then noticing, becoming super aware of when I'm too much in my masculine and what I can do to come back into my feminine, and vice versa. So there's things I know that I can do. For example, even just having a bath or washing my face or changing my outfit, putting an essential oil on or something like that really helps me step more into my feminine. And then there's times where I need to be a boss babe and get more into my masculine, And, I can put a red lipstick on or something like that that really makes me feel that, or change the way I'm wearing my hair. So read Open Wide, because I talk a lot about masculine and feminine energy, but the biggest thing is awareness and figuring out what it is that makes you feel more feminine and step into your feminine, what makes you feel more masculine, and then doing those things and dancing between the two. It's like a constant dance. And the more you are aware of where you are on the scale, the more you can shift. So check out Open Wide. Okay, so I've got asked for more bump photos. I'm going to give you, for those watching on the video, I'm going to show you my bump right now. There she is. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, so excited to meet her. So excited. So beautiful. Oh, it's the best. Okay. Tips on how to heal deep-rooted insecurity. I think, meditation is going to help with this, because when you start meditating, everything shifts. Everything in your life shifts, and you start to love and accept yourself on such a deeper level, and those insecurities melt away. So start meditating. Okay, let's see what else. I'm going to move through these a little bit quicker. How to cope being single in your 30s. Read Open Wide. I talk about that in there. Read it, read it, read it. What hair products do you use? I'm currently using an organic shampoo and conditioner called Everessence, and it seems to be working really well. I've changed so many, I've tried so many, but I really like this one. I love it at the moment, so I'm going with that. But sometimes I've made my own, but they weren't very good. So check out Everessence, and I'll link to it for you guys below. How can you teach us how to all slow down and just be, and to keep life simple? I feel like 2020 really did teach a lot of us that, a lot of us how to really slow down and what matters most in life, and definitely did teach me how to slow down and not to, because I wasn't traveling. You know, Nick and I travel so much. We go to LA a couple of times a year. We're going all over the country. We do a lot of traveling. We usually go to Europe once a year, and we didn't do that last year. And so for us, it really taught us the power of slowing down and simplifying everything. And I loved it. And I think the most important thing you can do is just make sure you have lots of slowness in your day. Of course, there's going to be times where you need to move a bit faster, but you can still do it with grace and ease. It's just a choice. Okay. How to attract more niche coaching clients on social media. I think one of the best things that you can do is, I've got a Facebook group called the Melissa Ambrosini community, or the MA community. And there's so many incredible like-minded people in there. Jump in there and look for your niche in there. And then also using hashtags and asking questions is a great way, is a great way to find more people, your niche. Okay, let's keep moving. Can you please talk about what essential oils you're using during pregnancy? Yes. So I've been diffusing. The first trimester, when I was a little bit nauseous, I also had a lot of aversions to smell. So I wasn't diffusing anything from about week 5 to week 12. But then that went away and I can diffuse away now. Go to melissaambrosini.com/essential oils for my favorite essential oils, and you can get them 25% off. Then you also get my toxic free program and how to create an income using these essential oils as well, if you want to do that. And I talk about in there, in the Facebook groups, all the best oils to use during pregnancy. But for me, I'm loving lavender. I'm loving On Guard. I am loving peppermint and spearmint. Oh, so many goodies. I make a lot of my own products. I make my own toothpaste. I make my own mouthwash, and I use the essential oils, and I just love them. So good. Okay. Last question, guys, because we're going on about an hour. I would love to hear more about the Ayurvedic practices and the Vedic wisdom that you use and apply in your life. Yeah, so like I said, Nick and I have been practicing Vedic meditation, me 8 years, Nick probably like 10 or 11. And one of our mentors, who is a Vedic meditation teacher, has really taught us a lot. And we love the Vedic wisdom. We love the Vedic traditions, and we try and embed a lot of them in our life. So I have done an episode. I'm going to do actually another episode with one of my mentors, one of my Vedic mentors. So on this, so make sure you check it out. I'll get him on the show. His name's Gary Goro. I'll get him on the show very soon. And yeah, that's it, guys. That is it for now. I did not know that this was going to go for a whole hour. I was just trying to answer all of your beautiful questions that I got from Instagram stories to help and support you. And I just want you to know that I absolutely love this online community. I love having you part of the community, the MA community, and everything I do is to serve you and to help you. And I truly wish that I could have you all over for a dinner party and we could just sit in circle on my lounge room floor and eat and laugh and share stories. But this is the next best thing. And until we can meet in person, whenever that may be, whenever we'll do live events, I've missed speaking events. I missed running my own events. I've got my next book coming out May 5th, 2021. And I'm not going to be able to do a book tour, which is just wild, because for all of my other books, I've done, a tour around Australia and America, and I'm so bummed that I won't get to do that this time, but I'll be doing a virtual tour, so that'll be fun. And thank you for reading my books, for being part of this community, for getting any of my programs or my products or my meditations, being part of the Facebook group, for listening to my podcast, for commenting, for sharing, for just being so loving and open. I absolutely love and adore you, and I love sharing with you. So thank you for being here, and I will see you really soon. Sending lots of love.